I'm Sid Fly. You're now watching Alt Fly. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little notification button so you can catch all the shows. On this week's show, we're gonna talk about the new movie by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson called Skyscraper. It's The Rock, so it's probably gonna be good, right? So come fly with me off the top of the tallest building in the world. Woo! Yes, it's The Rock! We're gonna make $100 million! Okay, so this next blockbuster that's coming out featuring The Rock was produced by Legendary Pictures and distributed by Universal. It drops on Friday, the 13th of July, 2018. Is that a good omen? Bad omen. Also features Nev Campbell and Chin Han. It was written and directed by Rostin Marshall Thurber. Rostin Thurber? That sounds like one of the made up names. Can you smell the latest piece of shit I'm putting out next? Skyscraper is 102 minutes of action movie tropes wrapped up in a bad remix of Die Hard. It features The Rock as an ex-military rescue agent who, after getting into a horrible accident, falls in love with the nurse that brought him back to health. And then somehow gets a job working at the world's greatest tower, which is called the Pearl. It's supposed to be the biggest building in the history of buildings. Who's in the tower? Just him and his family. Does this sound familiar? Probably does.
The Shining.
Could be, but no two twins in there. Actually, it is twins. Dwayne Johnson's kids are twins. And guess what happens? You guessed it, terrorists take over the building. They set the place on fire because it's something that they want from the Asian businessman that owns the building and lives in the penthouse suite. East European villain? Check. Terrorist acts? Check. Asian businessman? Check. The only person that can get him out of the penthouse suite or get them into the penthouse suite is The Rock. Now, how can you motivate an upstanding citizen like The Rock to break into this man's secret lair? You kidnap his family.
That's a bad choice, though.
It's definitely a bad choice. You never want to kidnap The Rock's family because know what you just did? You put yourself between The Rock and a hard place. Now, the only way for them to get into this penthouse is for The Rock to do what he does best. And you know what that is, right? Use his brain. Now, this movie is all about big budget and CGI action sequences. Why would it not be? It's featuring The Rock. However, what was missing in this movie was the heart. Bruce Willis had the cop Reginald Van Johnson, Sergeant Al Powell, but we know him better as, you know it, Carl Winslow. He had him to go back and forth with to add composition to the movie and to add some heart. This does not at all. Actually, most of the characters in here were one-dimensional and were just used as a way to break up the action sequence. They resurrected Nev Campbell so she could scream, "Ah! You kidnapped me so The Rock could open his building. Ah! My kids? Ah! Hi, this is Sydney. What are you wearing? Ah! They got the Eastern European villain who just says things that you know a villain's gonna say. I'll do whatever it takes to get to that building. You won't leave here alive. Nobody leaves here alive until I get what I want. You want some raisins in your potato salad? And the kids only have about 5 minutes of screen time, and half the time they're either smiling and saying, "Daddy, I love you," or they're like, "Oh my God, Dad, come save us." And of course, the Asian man who don't want to give up what he needs to give up to save The Rock's family. I'm Asian, I own the building, what I have you'll never get. But they were just put in there to kind of break up the action sequence, because we'll go action sequence to action sequence. Oh, let's look at these characters. Action sequence, action sequence, action sequence. Hey, I'm not leaving this building. Hey, I'm gonna say something very Eastern European that sounds like a villain. Action sequence, action sequence. Went on over and over and over again. The writing was super simple and it made all the characters so cookie cutter. They go through all the action tropes, starting with the female hitman with the bob cut, all the way to the shootout in the mirror scene. Did they steal both of those from John Wick? The action movie tropes in this movie just stacked themselves as high as they could. Kind of like a skyscraper. Is that meta? I think it is. They also made The Rock handy capable. Now, why would they do that? Just to slow The Rock down. We all know The Rock can do anything. Man, The Rock just saved my cat out of the tree and took my grandma off the roof just last week. This guy has steered a torpedo with one hand and blew up a car. This dude has ripped a cast off with one hand. He's even been a tooth fairy. So, let's make him lose his leg and make it look like maybe The Rock can't do that. And of course, to have him hanging by one leg upside down off the side of the skyscraper. Oh my gosh, Rock, don't fall! What is it that The Rock can't do? Make this movie better. It's a quick money grab remix of a classic that just didn't pan out the way it should. This movie was just blah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Alt Fly. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tell all your friends, leave some stuff in the comments. Catch me on social media at SidFlyOFI, at AltFlyTV. And remember, I'm Sid Fly, you're watching Alt Fly. Hope you enjoyed your flight off the top of Nakatomi Tower. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.